Hello, welcome back to a video on the new project, Discovery 2. Here with the XYZ switch. We found when we was driving about it got S on for sports mode. As soon as we turn the S off, the sports mode, and press the button, you put it into gear and the MS lights come on, and it went into limp mode. So it's had that problem for a while. We took the XYZ switch off there and we're just going to clean that out. We've done previous videos on this. If you have a look, you'll see our previous videos that we've done, but I'll flip it around and just show you what I'm doing on this. So these little like resistance strips here, them are what get caked up really and stop it reading, and whatever's on the back of them to read it out on the back of this little little thing that moves about. So we're going to clean all that up, bit of electrical spray, bit of scraping, whatever we've got to scrape, and see if that fixes it. We'll also spray some electricals in there. Best to take a photo of it before you take that out, just so you know where this is when it's in park. The chap we bought it off said when I realised that MS lights was coming on when we was driving it, he said he thinks that was in the wrong position, but to be honest, it never looks like it's been took off, does it? No. It looks like that it took us absolute age to get that off and get this connector out. Don't think it's ever been off the car. So that's what I'm doing there with that. But we've got that in previous videos. If you look back, I'll put a link in the description to the video with that. I think it was the other one we did that, Rory. Yeah, we did the other one. There's two types. This one's riveted on through there. And drill the rivet out through the top of there, and then just pull the back of the rivet off. And then you can pop it out. Just pop it out, but make sure you don't move that. Yeah. You're taking it out. And when we put it back together, what we did last time, we got some screws that so it was the perfect size for them holes, and we put screws back in it. Anyway, now for this. Dun, 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 under the car. It failed on rust. It didn't tell us where it failed on rust. It just said rust, I think. There's a big hole, but that's just in a mudguard holder, mudguard like mount. We've made them before on the other one, so we need to do that. That's not an MOT fail. It's had a new rear quarter. You can see where it's been welded on there, so that's excellent. Both sides good. You can see when it's had a new rear quarter as well, when there's no seam welds down there. You normally have a seam weld right down the centre right there, and there's not one. Tank strap, a bit rusty, but looks good. The Watts link, we did give it a shake. I mean, it's all got surface rust all over it because it's been sitting for a long time as well, this one, I think. Brakes pitted, but we're going to try and clean them up. I'm going to do a video on cleaning them up. Some of the stuff I watched on YouTube. Bit further underneath, centre box is missing. So somebody's had that away. This is the big problem right there. So we've got rust all along there, big holes, as you can see. There, outrigger, hold. This side's been welded up, but they've just banged the patch over the top of it, and it doesn't look great, as you can see. So we'll probably do something with that as well. Bushes look okay. This one hasn't got ice, so we ain't got to worry about any of that. It's got a little bit of a leak from the transfer box there. Prop shafts and U-joints look okay. But the rust-wise, it just looks to be on this side, don't it? Is it just on? Yeah. It's just on there, eh? Yeah. It's just on here. This side looks good. Yeah. So that looks like the only bit that we're going to have to contend with, rust-wise. So that ain't too bad. The rest of it, UJs look good here. What else we got? We've got no leaks or anything from the front diff. Them UJs look good. We look good on the boots on stuff. We ain't really had a look at the ones on there. That wheel, give that a shake, Dad. Bearings gone in there, and it's stuck for some reason. Now you can't spin the damn thing. No, it's really weird. So brakes look to be either stuck on or something's going on there. The CV boots look to be in good condition. They've probably been changed at some point. It has got a very good surface history with this. All up there looks good. Shock mounts look good. Pretty dry, isn't it? Yeah, it's all pretty dry at the front. There's just a bit of a weep down by the transfer box. Same with these discs here. All pitted, but we'll try and clean them up. We're going to look for a set of wheels for this. There's the dent you was talking about. Look. Yeah. Got a dent up there. Going to look for a set of wheels for it. There is a bit of rust. Oh, there's that there as well on that one. So we've got to do that, and There's a little mouse's living quarters there. All the arches look good. On one side we have got an arch problem now. Arch nemesis. There. Little hole coming through. So we'll do that as well. So all in all, underneath, rust-wise, it just needs a good rub down and a good clean. And we're going to weld all new steel into that area there. We'll cut that out and re-weld new stuff in there. It's not too hard to get to. The only thing that's sort of in the way is the anti-roll bar here. But there's nothing stopping you dropping that down, look. If you really want to get it out of the road. Right, yeah, it looks good. Bushes look pretty nice. And all the anti-roll bar boots there, all good on the drop links. That drop link over there also looks good. Sorry about the flashing on the camera. LEDs do this to cameras. So, all in all under here, it ain't as scary as the last one we had. Is it? I mean, it does go quite far up that way, the rust. And that one is a little bit scabby, but it don't, there's any holes in it. Up at the back of this, you know where the wattling joins the chassis over there, Dad, where I'm pointing this thing? It looks pretty rusty there. Can you poke that over? Can you see where my light's shining? You got a poking device? Yeah, up there. Yeah. Yeah. No, yeah, that's it. That? No. To the, look where my light's shining.
Well, that hole is normal.
I'm talking about on the actual chassis. I've got to go. That's what I was looking at there, but it isn't through, it's just scabby, so that's alright. What was you looking at there?
On the XYZ switch, just switch that out. And that looks like the...
Oh yes, right there.
That looks like the one that's creating the problem.
Yeah, that looks corroded, so hopefully that is the problem. It looks like they've been trying to solve this for a while. The binnacle's been took off, I don't know, there's all sorts of stuff gone on with it, but looks like it might be that, so hopefully it's that, and that's the XYZ switch done. This is the first thing we wanted to look at to make sure we haven't got a massive gearbox issue, because obviously we've got a couple of gearbox receipts, one from Ashcroft and one from somewhere else. We want to make sure we haven't got an issue. We don't want to start welding the car and then find that the gearbox is no good. So hopefully we'll get that done. We'll get some electrical spray, which we have got somewhere knocking about. Yeah, that's the stuff to use on electrical contacts. You don't want to use brake cleaner and stuff really, because I'm pretty sure it does it no good. Them don't look too bad there, do they?
No.
But it's worth cleaning them anyway.
So that one runs in this groove here.
That's the dirtiest one, look right there. Yeah. So hopefully that's the problem. We'll get that done and back on, and then we'll move on to other stuff, and we will show you some more bits and bobs. I mean, been busy today, so I had time to show you getting that off, but I'll show you where it's from. Diddly 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 diddly. Where is it from? Up here somewhere. It's an absolute nightmare to get to. It's bolted on, just if you can see where my light's shining on that stick that comes out there, that spline stick, that's from the gearbox. So it's bolted onto that. Is it 3 or 2 10mm?
It's 2 10mm.
2 10mm and a 13 on the spline, eh? And then if you can just see that rod there, that's the rod that comes from the gear stick to put it into gear. So that's the first thing we're going to do. And then we've got a wheel bearing, loads of brakes to look at. We'll look at the pads and look at the discs. So wheel bearing, brakes, and then we'll move on to the welding. Then we'll move on to the interior, sort the seat out and the headliner. We've also started looking at the window. Seems to be a nightmare to get this damn glass out of here. We've cut round the back as much as we possibly can around the back of the rubber, and it will not shift. So what we're going to do is we're going to trim this as close as possible to here, so we can get a knife in that way as well and go around there, and then hopefully that will come out. Whoever cut this out has obviously had a little bash at the window there, but yeah, we're going to do that, get that done, and then we'll do some videos moving on to the next things that we're going to be doing on it. So, as usual, please, what do we say, Dad?
Subscribe.
Goodbye.